You stand on the edge of the plaza as the riders enter town, their horses flecked with sweat from days on the road. The crowd gathers quickly. Soldiers leave their posts, merchants step from their shops, a few Franciscan fathers emerge from the mission. Everyone senses that the dispatches carried in the saddlebags are important. For months, rumors have drifted north from Mexico. Spain is weakened. Rebels and royalists have fought for years. Entire provinces have changed hands. But California is far from the centers of power. News arrives slowly here, carried by ships and horsemen across vast distances. As a member of the territorial government, you are among the first allowed to read the official documents. The words before you change everything. Mexico is independent. The long struggle that historians will later call the Mexican War of Independence has ended. Spain no longer rules this distant province. Alta California now belongs to the new nation of Mexico. You fold the papers carefully and look across the plaza. The people waiting for your announcement cannot yet know what this means. Neither can you. That evening, a gathering is held at the Presidio. Officers raise glasses and offer toasts to the new government. Some cheer enthusiastically, others remain cautious. For decades, every law, every appointment, and every order came from the Spanish crown. Now, that familiar world has vanished. One officer leans forward. What happens next? It is a simple question with no simple answer. California is one of the most remote provinces in North America. A ship from Mexico may take months to arrive. Roads are few. Settlements are scattered. The missions, presidios, and pueblos are separated by long stretches of wilderness. You know that independence will bring opportunities, but also uncertainty. In the weeks that follow, your duties multiply. New proclamations must be distributed. Oaths of loyalty must be administered. Local officials must acknowledge the authority of the Mexican government. Many do so willingly. Others wonder whether anything has truly changed. After all, the cattle still graze on the hills. The missions still ring their bells. Native laborers still work the fields. The sea still crashes against the California coast. Yet beneath the surface, change is already beginning. The new government in Mexico City speaks of reform. Politicians discuss limiting the power of the missions. They argue that California should become more fully integrated into the nation. Trade restrictions inherited from Spain begin to loosen. Foreign ships soon appear more frequently along the coast. American merchants anchor in bays that once saw only an occasional vessel. British traders seek hides and tallow. Russian ships sail south from Fort Ross carrying goods for exchange. As a government official, you welcome the economic activity. California has long struggled with shortages of tools, cloth, and manufactured goods. Trade promises prosperity. Yet every foreign sail on the horizon also reminds you how vulnerable California remains. The population is small, the territory is enormous. At government meetings, these concerns dominate discussion. Can Mexico truly govern a province so distant? Can soldiers be supplied? Can settlers be encouraged to come? Can the native peoples, missions, ranchers, and military authorities be unified under a common vision? The debates continue year after year. By the late 1820s, another issue emerges. The missions have become some of the largest landholders in California. Many politicians in Mexico believe the mission system has outlived its original purpose. They argue that mission land should be transferred to civilian control. You receive reports, petitions, and letters expressing every possible opinion. Some insist the missions are essential for stability. Others believe secularization is necessary for progress. You understand both arguments. The missions have shaped California for decades, yet many citizens hope to build a society that looks less like a colonial frontier and more like a modern Mexican province. As the 1830s begin, the pressure for change grows stronger. When secularization policies are finally enacted, California enters a new era. Vast ranchos emerge across the countryside. Former soldiers, officials, and influential families receive land grants. Herds of cattle multiply. Hide and tallow exports expand. The economy changes rapidly. So does the political landscape. You travel frequently between settlements, meeting local leaders and hearing their concerns. Everywhere people speak of opportunity, Ranchers envision prosperity. Merchants anticipate growing trade. Young families hope to establish themselves on newly granted lands. Yet you also witness the hardships that accompany transformation. Many native communities face uncertain futures. Old institutions weaken before the new ones are fully established. Political rivalries emerge. Regional loyalties compete with national ambitions. Independence has not solved every problem. No revolution ever does. Still, as you look back on the years since 1821, you recognize how much has changed. California is no longer a forgotten outpost of the Spanish Empire. It is part of a new nation struggling to define itself. You often think of the day the riders arrived with their dispatches. The crowd in the plaza had expected answers. Instead, independence brought questions. But perhaps that is the true nature of nationhood. A country is not created in a single declaration or a single victory. It is built gradually through choices, compromises, successes, and failures. As the sun sets over the Pacific and the evening bells echo across the town, you consider the future that lies ahead. No one can know what California will become in the decades to come. Yet, you are certain of one thing. The old Spanish world is gone. A new Mexican California has begun.